On today's episode of the Fumblerooski podcast, more off-season coverage, including the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes agree to a contract restructuring, freeing up some cap space for the Chiefs, and some more potential trade news, trade rumors, and more. This is the Fumblerooski podcast.
It may not have always showed it in the stat sheet, but you can see him making throws when he needs to make the throws.
Back-to-back games where he has 3 touchdowns. Someone's got to get that 6 or 7 spot.
He's an elite wide receiver as a rookie.
Truly a lose-lose scenario for both sides.
Welcome to the Fumblerooski podcast by Power 88 Dean Radio and Secret Weapon Consulting. We got CJ Medeiros, we got Justin Tucker, and we got myself, Chris Costich. Got a good one in store for you today. Bit of a slower news day, but of course, biggest news, outside of the Olympics, which I'm currently watching the U.S. versus Canada women's gold medal game right now. Unfortunately, America is currently losing in the third period, and hopefully they turn this shit around. But
we can bring it back. We
can. Tuck, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's currently a black woman that's playing for USA. First black woman in USA Olympic history to score a goal.
That's what I like to hear.
Layla Edwards. Keep that name in mind.
Mm-hmm. And in Black History Month. Listen.
Yeah, right?
This is progress. This is what I like to hear. Listen.
She's a dog. She played over at Wisconsin, and Wisconsin. If anyone knows anything about college puck, Wisconsin is all that in a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rust Belt, man. That's just how it is.
Hopefully we can bring it home, but if not, we still got a medal. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, well, we'll still get a silver, but
we gotta be.
This is Canada. This is Canada we're talking about. All right. So the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes on Wednesday. Wednesday was it?
I
Tuesday?
think so.
Wednesday? Whatever. It was after the last episode, the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes agreed to a contract restructuring. So Mahomes is now set to make $34 million instead of the original 70 plus that he was going to make. And this is big for the Chiefs because going into this offseason, they were dead last in terms of cap space. They were like 40 million over the cap or something like that. Something
50.
Something
over
ridiculous. 50. What?
It was over 50. I think it was negative 57.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. Yeah, it was bad.
So this is huge. They're still in the red, but if they were to just cut a couple players or release a couple players, won't be they can cut some of the lower contracts if they need to. It's not as big of a deal, but at the same time, you when Mahomes signed this contract, whenever it was a couple of years ago, you knew this was going to happen at some point because that was a damn near $1 billion contract. Or not damn near, that's baseball money, but you get what I'm saying. It was a fat fucking contract, and you knew it was going to bite the Chiefs in the ass at some point. And here it is. It's bitten them in the ass, but you're taking the measures to get the job done. And credit to Mahomes for agreeing to the restructuring as well. And, if you're a guy like Patrick Mahomes, you don't really need the extra 30 mil anyways. But at the same time, they'll probably end up finding a way to just make that guaranteed money and not have it be completely on the books and go into the cap. But thoughts from you guys?
You want me or CJ to speak first?
I don't care at this point.
I'll go first. Step in the right direction for Kansas City. They're still in the negative, still in the red, but closer to the green than they were before. I'll tell you that much.
They're currently minus 14, by the way.
Yeah. Which makes them what, like 27th instead of last?
Yep, 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Progress. Good for them. Don't want to see it, but again, good for them. They still have ways to go, but this is a step in the right direction. Patrick Mahomes taking one for the team, lowering his contract value and his pay in order to help his team to be more competitive in the future. We'll see where this goes. Hopefully they can make some adjustments, getting some more additions. Maybe at the tight end spot because, Travis Kelce Is he retired or is he still playing another season? Because I'm still kind of like,
He's a free agent.
are they going to try to re-sign him or no?
I don't know. That's something I was going to touch on my point, but keep going.
Yeah. So they need help everywhere, receivers, running back, because as much as I like Isaiah Pacheco, he's not that much of a difference maker. And Kareem Hunt is more like your short yardage type running back right now because he isn't what he once was, which is a shame. But I think they just need weapons, plural. Their defense is good. Their offense has struggled. I think Rasheed Rice coming back will help them, but at the same time, I still think they need more on the offensive side of the ball to help an injured, coming back from injury, Patrick Mahomes. So all in all, this is progress, but still need to see more from them.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's progress. And it is a step in the right direction. They went from negative 50 some odd million to negative 14. They're still in the red, but I can't help but feel like this is some Mickey Loomis level maneuvering from the Kansas City Chiefs. And the reason I say that is, and Tuck, I just want to say that your point about Mahomes took one for the team. No, he didn't. The money, a restructuring doesn't make money go away. It just moves it to next year. His cap hit next year is going to be a whopping $85 million.
Whew.
Oh, good
And
job.
then the next year it's 53, then 55, then 56, and then 48. And I know all the Chiefs fans say, okay, well, we'll just keep restructuring again and again and again. It's like, okay, well, what happens until like when you get to the last year of Mahomes' deal and the bill finally comes due? Like, then what? Then that's going to be what they call a take your medicine year.
That's going to be like nine. That's going to be like 100 million in one thing, which
Yeah,
obviously
if they
they
keep
won't do.
restructuring, which they can't. And, they're 14 mil over, like I said. But look, for Mahomes restructuring the contract, yeah, it's great. He wants to help the team. Helps them this year. But the thing is, I know it's like, oh, they're going to clear up money to take a run at Tyreek Hill, because that's the thing. Tyreek Hill, we mentioned last episode, was released from the Dolphins. And everyone's saying, oh, my God, he's going to run back to the Chiefs. It's going to be so cool, last dance type thingy. I got some news for you. Do you guys know just how many like important players on their team are set to be free agents? There's a lot of them. Of course, I mentioned Travis Kelce, where the fan base is going to eat you alive if you don't bring him back. Your RB1 and RB2 and Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. But it gets so much worse. Hollywood Brown is a free agent. Starting defensive end Charles Omenihu is a free agent. Your long snapper, for crying out loud, James Winchester, is also a free agent. Starting safety Brian Cook, you know what he is? A free agent. Slot guy Juju Smith-Schuster, free agent. Your big run stuffing defensive tackle Derek Nottie, free agent. Your linebacker, like the star Leo Chenal, he's a free agent. And oh my God, your backup quarterback Gardner Minshew is also a free agent. Your deep threat, Tyquan Thornton, who's slowly starting to turn it around, guess what? He's a free agent. And your corner one, or your corner two, excuse me, on the outside, Jalen Watson is a free agent.
Oh, they need to keep him.
And they have some like exclusive rights guys, like their punter Matt Ariza, corner Eric Scott, and there are some other depth pieces that you would all know, like Robert Tonyan, Mike Pennell, Jerry Tillery, Najee Johnson, that are all like good depth pieces for them that are all free agents. Like the sheer amount of bodies Kansas City could lose this offseason is just insane. And it's like, oh, this is a step in the right direction. Yeah, this is step one out of like 267. So I don't know.
First off, I'm looking at the cap hits. I'm looking at Chris Jones here. My God, 44 million? That's a
Chris
problem.
Jones, I know nobody's brought him up as one, but there is a small part of me, somewhere in the recesses of my mind, that I'm not expecting it, but I would not be shocked if he was a cap casualty. I would not, because he's getting old. His play has been like, he's still solid, but he's not obviously like DT1 anymore in the league. I still think he's good. He can be very good, but I don't think he's quite the force he once was. And last year proved it. And, there were the effort issues throughout the season. Those were well documented. And it's him and a lot of their linemen, like Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith, and Jawan Taylor, that are just eating up all of their cap. Like their entire, like half their cap's going to like 5 players now. So I don't know. I would not be shocked. Like if Chris Jones does become a cap casualty, I don't think it will, but they need to figure something out fast, because even though if they're not a lot of like their big playmakers, you still have to replace them. They just have a lot of bodies that are going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
We can't hear you.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how the Chiefs play this one out. Anything else we want to touch on from this?
Do you see the Kansas City Chiefs as being Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, playoff contenders next year based upon the situation they're in?
Yeah, I do. I mean, look, as long as they have, it's kind of like when the Pats had Brady. As long as they've got their guy, they're going to do it. The thing is, I know Chris likes to excoriate me for this, but as of right now, I am still uncertain if Mahomes is going to be ready week 1. And if you're Kansas City, I know you're tempted to rush him back out there, but just don't.
I still think you're overestimating how long an ACL tear takes to recover.
Okay, and I still think it's not even that you're over underestimating anything. It's that you have not even acknowledged the fact that it's not just an ACL tear. If it were just an ACL tear, I'd say okay, maybe, but it's not. I think he tore his LCL as well, or he tore something else.
Cook for me, Tuck.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It is 2 torn ligaments in his left knee, and this one.
Yeah,
and it's
literally two torn.
So the ACL on his left knee, and it was due to a hyperextension. Well, we all saw how it happened.
Well, Tuck, do you think he'd be back I feel like he can be back week 1. Do you think he can be back week 1?
He could, but should he? No.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like,
I get okay. I'll give you the.
I mean, that's my point. It's like can and should, because here's the thing. Like he said, just because he could be out there does not mean he should. There's no correlation between those two words.
Yeah, I guess you gotta give this like the Jason Tatum thought at this point, because Tatum is set to be back from his Achilles tear in record time, but the question is, do you actually want him to come back at like the most stressful part of the season? But
it's also an LCL. It's not just an ACL.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. That's our Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. We haven't talked about the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, I feel like, in quite a little bit. But
because they haven't been
in the playoffs. It's weird. It feels weird. It's great.
It feels weird talking about them like this. Yeah. But it is what it is. That's just the position they're in right now.
Yeah. All right. We're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into a little bit of trade rumors going around right now in the league, see what's going on in terms of the potential quarterbacks that could be on the move this offseason. This is the Fumblerooski podcast.
It may not have always showed it in the stat sheet, but you can see him making throws when he needs to make the throws.
Back-to-back games where he has 3 touchdowns. Someone's got to get that 6 or 7 spot.
He's an elite wide receiver as a rookie.
Truly a lose-lose scenario for both sides.
All right. Let's get into some trade rumors. CJ, I'll let you spearhead this one since you're the one that kind of brought this up pre-show. And you're a little bit more well-tuned on it at the moment than I am. So I'm going to let you kind of rip this one through.
Hey, I appreciate it. So off the rip, our story centers around the Minnesota Vikings, and it's become no secret that they are sniffing around pretty much any quarterback that could become available. Most notably is Kirk Cousins. I don't know if you saw that. Yes, this is actually true. There's a growing sentiment apparently among NFL executives in the QB market that Kirk Cousins will rejoin the Vikings. And there's another rumor that Mac Jones is probably going to get traded. And apparently it's the Vikings that are sniffing around him as well. So let's call it what it is. JJ McCarthy's job is not safe. You know, I know I said before the season how we kind of have to grade him on a curve because this is technically his rookie year. I mean, granted, he still had a year to like really sit and absorb and learn the system while rehabbing a torn ACL, which sucks. But I'm sorry. I know the offensive line was banged up and they were quite pylon-ish at sometimes, but was there really any excuse for him to play that terribly when you have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones? There's really not. You have too many weapons for you to play this terribly. And even still, he's injury prone. He got banged up like twice this season. He had a concussion and whatever took him out at the end. I mean, if you got to start Max Brosmer or Carson Wentz, I don't know. You're in a good spot.
Hey,
But
UNH legend Max Brosmer.
Yeah. Yeah. True, I'll give
He
you
didn't
that.
look like a legend, and he didn't look like a legend.
No, he didn't.
No, he did not. However, this is the big one. NFL insider Todd McShay has said that there's a new name approaching the trade block. We know about Tua, we know about Kyler, but apparently someone to allegedly keep an eye on, once again, per Todd McShay, is CJ Stroud. Quote, I'm told there's some big-name quarterbacks that are going to be targeted. CJ Stroud is one of them. Does he need a change of scenery? Be prepared for that.
He does.
And however, sports reporter and Houston writer John McClain, you know, he's the big guy from Texas. I think he's got the mustache, said, quote, if CJ Stroud is traded, I'll walk naked down Kirby Drive at rush hour. Is anyone else willing to do that if he's not traded? Didn't think so. Yes, actually something he said. And I'll give him credit where it's due. That's pretty humorous. But I don't know. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. The Vikings are another team that I think could swing a trade for him because I just want to entertain this. Entertain this with me, why don't you? CJ Stroud just played his third year. The Vikings have decided his fifth-year option and possibly applying the tag if it gets there. But first and foremost, an extension. Let me ask you something. You're the GM of the Houston Texans, Nick Caserio. Can you really look at anyone with a straight face and say CJ Stroud is worth that probably 9-figure contract that a starting quarterback in the NFL gets? I would imagine not.
Not right now, no.
And, you know, his rookie year, what a tease that was. We thought it was going to be good. You know, then there's a bit of a sophomore slump, which fair enough. But then this year, the wheels just came off almost entirely. That Houston defense dragged him kicking and screaming into the postseason. They almost lost to the Steelers. Don't let that final score fool you. Those were defensive touchdowns. But then Stroud learned the hard way that when the game was on him and the defense wasn't getting defensive touchdowns, and when the defense was actually giving up scores and it becomes a back and forth, yeah, he couldn't keep pace. So honestly, do I expect him to get traded? Honestly, no. But I think the odds are a little greater than what our good friend John McClain would like to say.
Sorry to cut in. The United States just scored. Goalie pulled. And the girl that scored it was North Andover. Ask up dead, baby. Come on now.
Is it tied or are we winning?
Yeah, we're tied up. Tied up with 2 to go.
That's what I like to hear. But enough of that. We need to talk about CJ Stroud.
Yeah. He's definitely not worth the contract. But I guess if you're the Vikings in that sense, do you think that say you were to go and get CJ Stroud, or that's the possibility, the idea of it is on the table, do you yourself believe that he would be better for the offense compared to JJ McCarthy?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Give CJ Stroud, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and that. Oh my God, that's not even close.
But then at the same time, are you willing to pay CJ Stroud?
Are you willing to pay JJ?
Well, he's on the last year
You're
of this
not-
deal, so you give him a shot.
Yeah.
I'm about to say they can't afford Kirk Cousins or CJ Stroud right now. If I'm
Yeah.
the Vikings, because they're negative, they're like 31st in cap space right now,
Something like that, yeah.
like negative 40 million, I believe. They can't afford anybody. They
Yeah.
need to just get clear into the green first before I go after somebody, especially a quarterback that might demand big time money. So I think Stroud's off the table, and I think Cousins is off the table because of that contract with the Falcons, unless they agree to eat up a chunk of that.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
have to.
They have to. There's no way. And
What
like,
if they don't want to move on from Kirk Cousins?
But that's the
I'm
other thing
pretty
for the
sure they
Vikings.
will.
Like, you just saw what your former quarterback just did in Atlanta. Like, what makes you think that Minnesota wants him back? I mean, granted, he knows the offense and knows who he's playing with, but like, you just saw how he played in Atlanta
Well, he played pretty good down the stretch this season.
down the stretch. But I'm saying overall. I'm saying overall.
He's left a lot to be desired, but
Exactly.
the potential, but he's still there in the right situation. He beat Tampa. He beat the Rams. He's still got a little bit of quality to him. Now, granted, we could obviously say a lot of that was due to Bijan Robinson, but at the same time, he looked pretty good playing those games.
He definitely didn't do enough to make him lose.
They finished 8-9, so that
Yeah.
could have been good enough to finish the division if they didn't lose a game or two here or there.
If specifically if they didn't lose to the Jets, they would have been NFC South champs.
Mm-hmm.
But they lost. Oh my God.
They lost to the
The
Jets.
Jets.
That's right, America. They lost to the Jets last season.
Jets, Jets.
There was a lot of I remember right after like the season ended or the regular season ended, there was a lot of funny like, oh, if this didn't happen, this would have happened. Like the Patriots, if they, take away one of those two losses to the Steelers or the Raiders beginning of the season, and they would have been the 1 seed, and the AFC Championship would have been played in like the 2 feet of snow that came down that weekend.
Mhm.
That would have been legendary. You got the Falcons one. I think there was another one too, but anyway.
Bucks too were also 8-9. It was a 3-way tie for the end there.
Yep. Bucks could easily had like an extra win on under their belt.
If the Saints won, the Bucks would have been division champions, which would have been like what, 4 or 5 in a row?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to overtime.
Oh well.
Let
Oh
me see
no. I would like to see CJ Stroud in a Kevin McConnell offense, but I don't think that's going to work. Because I don't think Houston's going to give him up, and I'm not sure the Vikings have the assets available to get him. They would have to give up somebody like Justin Jefferson, and that's not happening.
Okay, but realistically, what can the Vikings the Texans demand?
I don't
Because
think
this
you're
isn't rookie
getting-
year, CJ Stroud. If I'm a GM and the Texans say we'd like a first-round pick, I'm gonna tell them to pass me whatever weed they've smoked for them to come up with that. Because I'm going to be frank, CJ Stroud is not worth the first-round pick. At this rate, I'm not even certain he's worth a second.
He's definitely not worth Jettas.
No,
Not worth
absolutely
Jettas.
not.
Is he worth Addison?
You could sell me on Addison.
Maybe, but it would have to be like a 1-for-1. Like I'm not throwing in like a second rounder either.
You're going to
Yeah.
have to throw in a second rounder due to the position.
Yeah. But the thing is, Houston might actually like have to move him.
They don't have to do it. They just don't have
Oh,
to.
but okay, so okay, but hear me out here. Hear me out. You could, you could say that they don't have to, but if you don't move him, you're gonna have to pay him.
I don't. If he plays like this,
Okay,
Yeah.
and then okay, but imagine what look that is. Yeah, a team lets the second overall pick walk in free agency, and you get nothing. At least with a trade, you might be able to get something. It's just if you let him walk, that's just a bad look all the way around.
but I have to pay my third overall pick. That's an all pro.
Will Anderson. Yeah, they're gonna pay him absolutely.
Yeah, they're going to pay him, and I can't pay him and CJ Stroud at the same time. They're not worth the same.
No, of course not. But my point is, it's all about optics. Like,
So
basically, here's the thing: you can admit the Stroud experiment didn't work out and get something for it, or you can admit it didn't work out and get nothing and be embarrassed.
the weird thing is they have two choices to make. Either get the 5th-year option on CJ Stroud and then not do it for Will Anderson and pay Will Anderson now, or the opposite way and hope CJ Stroud pans out. Or they just have to get rid of him. That's the only way I see this working.
The more I talk about it, the more I think a trade should happen. I think it'd be better for both sides. Let Davis Mills start for a season and just see where it goes. The only issue is
They already
that,
did.
yeah, true. The only issue that I see is that Houston just won't be bad enough to land a premier talent. Although next year's QB class should be pretty deep. So, as long as you don't get another 1-year wonder, you should be golden.
But I guess at the other rate though is, are you still going to be competitive in the division for next season or the season after that?
The Davis Mills Texans beat the Buffalo Bills. I would argue yes.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they'll still be competitive. Yeah. But could you imagine if JJ McCarthy also got traded and became a legend in Houston?
It'd be the most Vikings thing to happen.
Yeah. Yes, because here's the thing about JJ. He's not where he's supposed to be now, obviously. But he has moments where you're like, he could be the guy. Not just moments, and then he'll have a game where it's like he'll be the guy, and then have another moments like, I don't trust him to run first-team reps anymore. Like against the Cowboys, he looked amazing. But in another game, he looks ass. He confuses me.
Yeah. I agree. Anything else in regards to any of the... Actually, CJ mentioned Mac Jones as a quarterback that could be on the move.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably get like a 3rd rounder for him if you're the Niners. He's shown that if you put him in the right system and you're not actively trying to sabotage him, he can be a starting caliber quarterback.
I think
we already knew. No, he's got 1 year left on his deal. He signed like a 2-year, $7 million deal with San Fran. So now we wait.
Mm-hmm.
And his work that he did in relief for Brock Purdy while he was injured for like part of the season last year, I feel like that Mac Jones has earned the opportunity to start elsewhere, get another crack at it.
I could see him in Indianapolis. I could see that.
Ooh. Yeah. Perfect QB carousel guy for the QB carousel team, such as the Colts.
And they have no choice. They don't even have a 1st-round pick.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to do something here, unless you're really going to tell me Riley Leonard is the way forward. Which
Notre Dame legend, Riley Leonard.
Yeah, Notre Dame legend Riley Leonard.
Duke legend Riley Leonard.
Duke legend?
He was at Duke prior to Notre Dame. Have you never seen the clip of him? He got like some big win. It was like an upset. I forget who they beat. And after the game, they did like a post-game interview with him, and he's like, "Man, I got a project that's due tonight or tomorrow or something like that. Like, I hope I can get a little extension because of the win." And the professor emailed him and said, "Well, considering that your other teammates that were in the class or that are taking the same class got their work handed in earlier this week, I'd say no, you do not get an extension."
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Funny. But he's whatever. And the point is, I think he could be. I think he needs another year to sit down, but he might be the new franchise quarterback of the Colts due to how well he played against Houston. But I don't think Houston was trying that hard.
Oh yeah, no, they were slowly like pulling starters, sure. But mind you, Riley Leonard was going to end up being the starter if he wasn't hurt when Daniel Jones initially went down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then Phillips showed up and
Yeah, and then Phillips.
somehow rewound the clock. I don't know how he
Yeah.
did that.
That he definitely reminded people that Rivers was that guy at one point.
Still got it, I will admit,
Yeah.
but it's over now. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it with the trades. ESPN, their top story was trade offers for AJ Brown and the possibility of the AJ Brown trade. So, 4 potential new teams that ESPN has listed, and I made sure to not give you guys any information about this because it's gonna be funny when I go through these teams. First deal. The Cleveland Browns, and all it would be is a 2026 first round pick, which would be the 24th pick.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I can see it.
No, Eagles.
I mean, I don't think he would. Knowing Brown, he'd probably veto that trade if he figured out he'd have to go to Cleveland, which understandably so.
Yeah. I mean, the Browns aren't. It's not like they're not privy to bringing in like top wide receiver talent. I mean, they had OBJ and Jarvis Landry at one point, and Amari Cooper at another point. But and according to this as well, all three of those, along with Jerry Jeudy as well, all three players posted 1,000-yard seasons in year one with the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't ask what happened afterwards.
Yeah, after that,
we don't need to go there.
Yeah. The Bills. It would also be straight up first round pick for AJ Brown, which that would be the 26th overall pick.
No.
I think it's possible, but I don't see with what money.
Yeah, and also I think you would have to give up Keon Coleman as well, because let's face it.
I think they'd be happy about that.
Yeah. Both have no faith in each other.
Yeah. The Patriots. Obviously, this was the biggest one just because of Mike Vrabel and AJ Brown and Mike Vrabel's relationship. So this one is a little bit more. There's a little bit more shit to go with this one. So it would be AJ Brown and a 2026 second round pick for the Patriots' first round pick, third round pick, and sixth rounder for next season or this coming draft.
Ooh. That would leave New England with only one pick in the top 100, and those are the picks you got to nail. As a fan, okay, well, they get a second rounder for the next year, but I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, like I said, it makes sense because of Mike Vrabel. He had a lot of success with Mike Vrabel. Logical fit, especially with Stephon Diggs was the only player to post over 600 yards for the Pats this season. And he like barely cracked 1,000.
But he still cracked it.
He still cracked it, and that's our number one, and that's the Pats' number one.
Yeah.
And the final team that was listed, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I know. But I know we were supposed to give up a lot more. I think we were supposed to give up like Rashad Bateman in like a second.
It would be AJ Brown for Rashad Bateman, next year's second round pick, next year's fourth round pick, which is really a conditional third rounder.
You know what?
It's not terrible for y'all, especially since Rashad Bateman is a bust.
I wouldn't call him a bust.
I would.
Somehow we got it. He just can't stay healthy. That's it. He just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
I'd do the deal. Imagine Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, AJ Brown.
Would you like to hear Ben Solik's reasoning as to why the deal makes sense?
I want to hear this.
One of the clear lessons of the Ravens' 2025 season was that their current group of pass catchers is insufficient. While they might not need to make a move this drastic, they would benefit from having a receiver with size and contested catch ability. something quarterback Lamar Jackson has never enjoyed in his 7 seasons. By acquiring him for Bateman, the Ravens can give Brown a true wide receiver 1's volume and use Zay Flowers as a big play wide receiver 2, something that fits his skill set more. And in Philly, Devonta Smith is clearly destined to be wide receiver 1. Bateman represents a classic buy low move from Roseman on a player with high draft capital but modest career production. Figuring out a trade or return for Brown is tough, so he doesn't have many prime years left and will be expensive for the Eagles to trade pre-June 1st, which, by the way, Eagles, if they were to trade him before June 1st, dead cap hit of 40 mil compared to less than 20 mil in dead cap if they trade him after June 1st. And his current cap hit for 2026, 23.4.
Not bad.
I understand the reasoning behind it. I wouldn't mind it, but to say Zay Flowers isn't a good number 1 receiver when he's had back-to-back 1,000 season and has actually had a better season this year, despite his fumbling issues. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I still think A.J. Brown will be the clear number 1, but it's not like Zay Flowers can't fulfill the role.
No.
He's been doing it just fine.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to touch on and potential A.J. Brown trades?
No, not really.
Nah. Nope.
Cool. Well, that's all our scheduled content, but we decided to, considering that we still have some time left in the show, we're going to do a little NFL Immaculate Grid for you today.
Yeah.
You should probably explain it just in case some people don't know, Chris.
So Immaculate Grid, you got 9 squares, and you have to match up the squares to whatever's on the x-axis to the y-axis. So for the listeners, if you can't see, for all the listeners, it's need a Seahawk and a Jet and a Packer, a Jet and a Raider, a Bill and a Seahawk, a Bill and a Packer, a Bill and a Raider, a Seahawk that's gone, and a Seahawk and a Packer and a Raider that has gone 10 plus receiving touchdowns in a season.
Oh.
Where does one even start?
For the
by the way,
Seahawks-
I do want to point out one thing.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, the more insane your pick is, you get a point because it's like done on a point system.
Yeah.
For example, a Seahawk and a Jet, perfect example would be Leonard Williams, but he's also a little on the obvious side.
Yeah.
All right, so random ones would be better, but I don't know. Jets, Packers, there's an obvious one there.
There's 2 obvious ones.
Rodgers and
there's 3 actually. There's 4.
Who is it? Rodgers, Lazard, Cobb,
Adams.
who else? Oh, and Devontae Adams.
And Brett Favre.
Oh, Favre, yeah.
So I'd
I
say
was
Randall Cobb would probably be the more obscure one.
Yeah, that's the
or
one.
Alan Lazard, either or.
Let's go Lazard.
All right, Alan Lazard.
22%.
Ugh, gross. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's all right.
By the way, for Seahawks Jets or Seahawks Bills, you could go with Percy Harvin.
Ooh.
Or Brandon Marshall.
Ooh. Let's go.
Wait.
Percy Harvin.
Marshall played on the Bills or no?
Marshawn Lynch
Brandon
was on the
Marshall.
Bills, yeah. He was
Yeah.
drafted by the Bills.
No, but that's too easy.
Yeah, I know.
I
It
mean,
is too easy.
a lot of people forget where Percy Harvin went after the Seahawks. So, like, low key,
Jets.
Jets or Bills, either or.
I think this one, Percy Harvin. I think that one, Percy Harvin. And then the last one, we could put Brandon Marshall. Or it has to be all of them that fit the.
Yeah.
So do we want to go Percy Harvin for Seahawks Jets or Seahawks Bills?
Wait, where did Brandon? I didn't think Brandon Marshall played in Buffalo though.
Yeah, does that matter?
Do Brandon Marshall for Seahawks Jets, and then we'll do Harvin. For the
5%. How about that?
Hey, I'll take it. All right.
Percy Harvin for
There you go.
9%. Bingo.
Huh. Higher than I thought, but yeah.
And then there's someone that's played for all these teams plus the 10
Nope.
receiving touchdowns.
You just
No,
need Seahawk,
A Packer-
Seahawk that's gotten 10 plus receiving touchdowns. So off the top of my head, I'd probably say Steve Largent.
Yeah, wait. Question though.
Steve
Do
Largent.
they have to do it on the team or no?
No.
Because you could go
Just someone
Jerry
that's-
Rice. Because a lot of people
Ooh.
forget Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Wait,
Jerry
did Jimmy
Rice.
Graham ever?
What?
Jimmy Graham, yes.
Oh,
Did Jimmy
that-
no, did Jimmy Graham ever get 10 or more scores?
Yes. And he did it with Seattle too.
I didn't. He might have, yeah. So do we go with Jimmy Graham or do we
We
go
can go
Jerry
Jimmy
Rice?
Graham,
Because
we
Jerry
can go
Rice is
Jimmy-
like known.
We can go Jerry Rice. We can go
I
Jimmy
feel like
Graham.
Jerry Rice being on the Seahawks is a lot less known than Jimmy Graham being on the Seahawks, though.
Yeah, fair. But Jerry Rice is just a bigger name, which is why I was thinking. it could be
Yeah,
more
no,
known.
you are right about that. Let's see if this plays true. What do you mean? What do you mean no Jerry Rice for the Seahawks? What the fuck is that?
He played there. What the?
He literally played there.
Wait, whoa. Wait, are they actually going to be a stickler and say with that team? That is
Try
such
Jimmy Graham.
nonsense. That is such nonsense. This is, I don't know what
3%.
foreign entity caused this, but I blame them.
See? All right. So then
Jimmy Graham was 3%.
Okay.
damn. Who's the Packers legend that played for the Bills and Packers? I know this.
Why would you want a legend? You got to go obscure with it.
But I'm doing it for the sake of
wait,
like,
what about Rasul Douglas for Packers
For-
Bills?
Oh, yeah.
yes. But there was someone else.
It's too bad I don't know how to spell his name.
RASUL.
There we go.
There we go.
18%.
What the? Oh, that's horseshit.
Packers 10 plus receiving touchdowns with Donald Driver, Greg Jennings.
Ooh, Donald Driver. I gotta use that.
But I'm not sure.
Wait, did he though?
I mean, he
Maybe.
played from 99 to 2012. I feel like he
It's
had.
possible.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
damn. That's tough.
suckage?
We go
Sterling
They
Sharp.
had this one receiver, James something. James
James
Jones.
Jones?
Did he?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, guys,
We fucked it.
we fucked it.
You.
I said Donald Driver. I threw out multiple names.
I'm telling you, I feel like James Jones did. Because I remember I first
In what,
started into fantasy
2015?
football in 2012, and he balled out that year. I think he had like 12 touchdowns.
All right,
All
try
right.
it.
I'm going James Jones. Screw it.
Packers receiver. I think he played in 2015. I think that's him.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, what a pull, CJ. 2%.
Jets, Raiders.
I mean,
There's an obvious one.
for Bills Raiders, the obvious one I think is Marshawn.
Yeah.
For Bills, Raiders. I wouldn't say that's obvious. It might be, but Bills, Raiders.
Jets Raiders.
Is Tim Brown an obvious one for 10 plus touchdowns?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, Tim Brown.
Yeah, Jerry's obvious.
I don't know. Well, if we're going based off of that, I don't know if Jerry got 10 plus with the Raiders because of Tim Brown being on the same freaking team.
True.
This is hard. We got to clutch up here, fellas. Did Michael Crabtree ever do that with the Raiders?
Ooh, Crabtree would be a good one. Ooh,
I
Mark
don't
Cooper's
think
another
he
one.
Did because I know we got 9 at one point. I don't know if he ever cracked that with the Raiders.
Who was the
Amari
receiver? He had dreads. Can't think of his. He played like during the Terrell Pryor years.
That's you gotta help me here. Darius Hayward Bay, no. That's a
Ooh.
that's a
That's
weird
not who I was thinking of, but that's a good one too.
that's a random one, but that's not
Let's go.
him.
Screw it. Let's just cheat. See if Darius Hayward Bay got 10 plus.
That's not going to work.
I
don't think he
didn't,
ever
I
got
don't
10.
think.
I'm gonna be a
I
good
think his
soap.
career high. I remember I watched a video on him once. His career high is like 5.
Oh,
Yeah, so I would say Randy, but they misused him like hell in Oakland. So
They really
Yeah.
did.
should we just go Tim Brown and call it a day?
Yeah.
we can try.
Tim Brown, 307.
Not terrible.
Actually, hold on, wait, time out.
Can we keep guessing? We
Yeah,
can keep guessing.
Yeah, let's keep
48%.
Ooh. All right. A Jet and a Raider. Like obviously it's like Devontae Adams, but come on, that's a little too obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jet and a Raider.
There is somebody. Did Jamal Adams play for the Raiders? Because
Yes,
ever
he
since
did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Jamal Adams did.
7%.
Nice, I'll take it. A Bill and a Raider.
Yeah, I don't have much outside of Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go through this year. Did Michael? No, Michael Crabtree. No, Derek Carr. No,
They're
Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Did they have a? Did EJ Manuel ever stop in the Raiders or no? No, I don't think he did.
I feel like he did.
But he's also such a random, just such a random, guy in general that
See,
maybe. Let me
get a
think.
quick
I think he
select,
did.
see what
I
happens.
think he did.
Oh, EJ Manuel. 4%.
4%.
Let's go. I don't know how I figured that out, but I did.
Nice.
Good job, CJ.
Very nice.
Oh,
Because I remember he was there after the year after he was there in 2017, which was the year after Derek Carr got hurt, and he was never the same. And then he was still banged up, and they had to bring in everybody.
Yeah. All right.
was he there in 2017?
EJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Apparently,
Yeah, he ended his.
Yes, he was because we faced them. Yes, yes.
America just got the golden goal. America's gold medal winners. Let's go.
That's what I like to hear.
Fuck Canada.
it's miles. By the way, Canada, you are now the 51st state. What is a kilometer? I'm sorry, I'm joking around, Canada.
And yes, he did play for Oakland in 2017. I realized that because we had to face the Raiders in 2017 and we beat them.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Good job. Good job. I'm proud of us. We did good. We might actually have to do it next episode. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was good. Side note about the Olympics in hockey, the fact that they have 20 minutes 3-on-3, ridiculous. That is so heinous. 20 minutes of 3-on-3 puck? Are you fucking me?
I would
Like-
know where to
No,
put
we are
that,
not.
but Interesting.
Like, save that for the regular season or whatever. Like, this is playoffs. Like, any other playoff shit, it's 5-on-5 for 20. Like, you're asking people to die out there. That's my
Hey, how bad do you want this gold medal?
I guess. But like, that's the other thing. Like 3-on-3, you're allowing more opportunity for odd, or in this case, odd woman rush, because talking woman's puck. You're given more opportunity for 2-on-1 odd woman rushes and this and that. And it's like you're asking for more fuck shit to happen when really in a game like this, it should come down to who's actually better and not who can take advantage of the 3-on-3 game. It should just be 5-on-5. But anyways. All right. That's all the scheduled content that we have for you today. Anything else that's on you guys' mind before we end the show?
No, not really.
Nah,
right.
Can the
No.
draft hurry up and get here? That's all I want.
Yeah, all
you
right.
gotta wait another 2 months, CJ.
Yeah, I
Neat.
know.
Never mind the
But
draft.
at least next month you have the combine. So
Yeah, that's true.
I just need
Soon,
free
very
agency to get here, man. Like, Jesus H. Which free agency starts March 11th.
Gross.
Legal tampering negotiation period starts March 9th.
it started sooner than that. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, March 9th.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's when all the signings happen. So,
Yeah. Yeah. We mentioned the tag windows open starting Tuesday, which
Literally nobody gets tagged until the end, though. So we're just going to have to wait and suffer.
the only news we've gone out of it so far is that Kenneth Walker officially is not getting tagged. They're looking to get a long-term deal on him. But all right. That'll do it for us today. Thank you for tuning in to another Friday episode of the Fumblerooski podcast. A new episode coming out on Tuesday at 8 a.m. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have all our episodes available on all streaming platforms. Be sure to follow our Instagram, Fumblerooski_podcast, to keep up with the pod and the latest coverage on the NFL. Otherwise, we'll see you on Tuesday. Over and out.